So this is the 90-90 Shin Box, and what we're doing here is we're having one leg out at a 90-degree angle in front of us and the other to the side at another 90-degree angle. You can shorten this up if you can't get into it, so you can bring this knee up so that it's easier for you. But if you're capable of doing it, we want to be at that actual 90-degree angle as much as possible. But like I said, it's okay if we can't get there. So what we want to do here is we first want to press this outside knee into the ground, almost like we're smashing a nail into there. And then we want to hinge over our leg. So we're bringing our belly button to our thigh, okay? We're not collapsing like this. It's a nice, slow, and controlled hinge from your hip while you're pushing that knee down into the ground. And then we come back up. What we're doing is we're getting a nice, good stretch around here. We're improving some hip mobility as well. A good way to think of this is if you have like some sort of egg or something that's easily crushable right here in this pocket, you're not trying to crush that. So it's nice and slow, hinging forward, bringing that belly button forward. And so again, pushing that knee into the ground, hinging forward. Okay. And if we start feeling like a pinch in our hips or we start feeling some sort of pain in our hips, that is not normal. This should be a non-painful situation. So if you have that, that's when you would see somebody like us to figure out what the problem is so that we can get it fixed and so that we can keep you out on the course without any problems. Okay, and then the second part of this exercise is much similar to the first. We're going to turn our body towards this leg. We're going to push that knee into the ground just like we did with this one. Push that knee into the ground like we're smashing a nail. And then again, it's a slow hinge over, and you won't be able to get as far on this side, but it's still checking our mobility there, and it's still giving us some more mobility that you can do. So again, pressing that into the ground, forward as far as you can go. Try not to collapse, and then come back. And again, if you're having significant pain or pinching on this side, that's when you'd want to come see someone like us who can really help you figure out, okay, is this a hip mobility or stability problem, and what we can do to help it so that you can continue to get on the course, stay injury-free, play well, and keep going with golfing. So here we're going to do what's called, we would call them isolated torso rotations. That just seems to resonate better with people. They're really called torso dissociations because we're dissociating our torso from our pelvis. But we like to call them just isolated torso rotations because that helps people to know that's what we're doing. We're isolating this torso, okay? So you're going to pretend like this is your golf club. You're going to bring it up here, across your shoulders, okay? And then you're going to hinge forward from your hips, just like this. And then these hips are going to stay nice and neutral throughout. They're not going to be moving back and forth or anything like that. All you're going to be doing is moving your torso. So you're hinged over, and then you're going to move from your torso to the left, back, and to the right, back. And we're going to do that for about a minute. But you want to try to get as far as you can each time that is comfortable. Okay? So if we can see it from the side so that you can see the proper hinge movement, because I think that's the part that people really struggle with sometimes. But we're not doing this. We're not just like collapsing like that. What we're doing is we're pushing our butt back and then just hinging from here so that this spine stays neutral. So it's going to look like this, okay? So you're going to hinge forward like that, and then it's just rotating from the torso. Just like that. And what we're doing is we're just isolating that torso here so that you can get good power through your swing when you're striking the ball. So with this one, what you're going to need is you're going to need a foam roller of some sort, a shorter one. You can use a longer one if you want, but it'll be really difficult just to hang it onto the wall. So a short foam roller will be good. You can buy these online on Amazon for like 12 bucks or something like that, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to set it up with your front leg here. The big key to this one is that we want that front big toe really planted into the ground, okay, throughout the whole movement. This back foot, you're going to have that, you're just going to be on your toes there, and you're going to have your heel off the ground. You're going to press from inside your knee forward, and then you're just going to hinge over the top here until you feel your spine collapsing, because we don't want you to go down like that. As soon as you feel your spine collapse, then you're going to come back up and you're going to keep that tension through here throughout, okay? So we're going to come down, back up, come down, back up. Again, remembering that that big toe is pressing into the ground the whole time. That is essential for internal rotation of the hip. But that's what we're doing here, is we're improving internal rotation, both in terms of mobility and in terms of strength. So it's a simple movement that does a lot of great things that are going to help you in your swing and get more power.